Welcome to Mr. H.
Oh, sir. What I'll discuss is Christians.
Yeah.
I don't mean the old fucking Christian thing. I mean the local people who claim to be good Christians. My father recently had an hospital appointment. And he said he would go down using public transport. And neighbour sort of kiboshed him and said, no, you know, I'll take you, you know, don't worry about it, Roy. Because his name's Roy as well. And my dad's like, no. Anyway, upshot, he finally let himself be talked into it. And about a day before this appointment, his wife come rantanning out the door. I'm very sorry, Roy, but he's been called for to go and play organ in a chapel in Clandunda. So like, my dad just said, well, don't worry about it, but you know what I mean? Oh yeah, we're there and we're really good Christians. You know what I mean? Then people who says they're there for you and then they're bloody not.
Well, when my mother was dying in hospital, I went in chapel crying in the chapel. That's an Elvis song, isn't it? Anyway, this fucking vicar come out, this woman, powered the fucking vicar of Dibley.
Yeah.
And she pulled me into a room, like a little office type place, and giving me this speech about life and made me feel better. Now, I saw this woman at 5 o'clock when she was going home, and she saw me and she just looked at me and walked past me.
Not how you.
It's fucking a load of fucking bollocks. There's a film you need to watch, it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Zeitgeist, the movie.
Yeah.
Right, and it goes in, and I've been reading it in David Icke's books as well. Now, basically, all pagan religions worship the sun. Now, you look, it basically says Christ is an analogy for the sun.
Yeah.
Walked on water, the light of the world. 12 disciples, 12 months in the year.
Yeah.
But you look deep into it, and even the three kings, the sun is reborn on the 20th. There's lots of things that I can't remember here, but look into it. The Zeitgeist, the movie, you need to watch it. And the three kings, there's 3 stars in Orion's belt.
Yeah.
Now they line up with the sun on December the 25th. There's lots. Basically, the old religions was sun worship.
The new religions are born out of it.
Well, basically, religion now is a rehash of pagan Semiramis, Tammuz, and Nimrod with Babylonian deities, which basically became Jesus, Joseph, and Mary.
Yeah.
You know, and the stories of Moses in a basket was an old Sumerian king. All this. Basically, it's a control system that's made. It's a hash. It's all religion, pagan, put in a bucket, stirred up, and like served up to the masses as an opiate. You know, and it's bollocks, really. I mean, that is God. That is proof of God.
Yeah,
all that is God. You know, and that's what we are basically. I've said it before, but the trees live, they die, and then that's it, really. But the essence of them will go somewhere. The essence of us will go somewhere. But you know, you're not going. You know, if you were buried in your fucking Wrangler jacket, you know, your Uncle Kevin, you're not fucking going to go up to heaven and see Uncle Kevin in his Wrangler jacket,
no.
You know, smoking a roll up, saying, yeah, come on, I'm over here playing fucking pontoon with Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that. It would be ideal if it did work like that, but all religion, if you look into it, is basically a rehash of pagan ideals. Most churches are built on pagan sites, what was pagan worship
it's
sites.
The people that piss me off, Jimmy, the so-called Christians over here for you know any help out. You know, there's even the fucking parable where they don't cross road, yet they fucking do. When we got stuck in America when there was that ash cloud, and we couldn't fly home, obviously, so we had to go to the airport, me and my wife. And meanwhile, she decided she'd make arrangements for staying in a hotel. And this woman come up to me on about some fucking kids in Biafra somewhere.
Yeah.
And I said, look, I said, I've got problems of my own, you know. And all I got was oh well, God bless you.
Yeah.
And they fucked off to somebody else, and you think to yourself,
Yeah.
you know, where's these churches now? They should be opening the doors and saying God's house welcomes you. No, they let people sleep in bloody airport lounge on a cold hard floor. I watch black people, and you shouldn't use the word black people, but that's what they are. And Jimmy, they would go miles from their home in the best refinery, leaving behind little shanty town shacks that go to a big posh bloody church.
Was that in America?
That was in America, on a Sunday, and they go and worship there.
And they'd probably give donations to that
and
church.
They're not two halfpennies rubbed together. You could see how they lived normally.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some. You can't tear all Christians with the same brush that they're all wankers. And
no.
There's some good people. I mean, the top of religion. I don't know. It's effectively a control system. Every branch of it. You know, but then there's some good people, but there's also a lot of self-serving, two-faced hypocrites. I mean, I've dealt with this kind of thing. You know, I've spoken about this before. I used to go to my mother's church after she passed away. Stopped going, and a phone call off the pastor saying, you know, if you don't come back, you won't see your mother again. It was just basically fucking holding my dead mother to ransom. You know, if you don't come and see us, you'll never see your mother again.
Who the fuck are they that turn around and say you'll never see your mother again? If you believe you'll see her again, you'll see her again.
It's very sinister. They're actually, these people are mentally ill. Some of them, they're fucking brainwashed.
Yeah.
You know, and the Bible was written, has been that many amendments, bits edited out that they don't want you to see. It's basically been fucked about with that many times that how can you live by that? When it was in its purest form, but I think it's had over 36,000 amendments, the Bible or something like that, and
it was originally written by different people as well, and spliced together. That's why it contradicts itself.
Well, yeah, and then the Book of Enoch was left out of it and things like that. I mean, your only church should be the world, and the only religion you should have is do good and don't be a cunt. You know, try. It's hard.
Well,
not be a cunt sometimes. When I'm full of anger and things like that, and I try not for be a cunt, but you know what I mean. Sometimes we can't help it, but that's the only way to live your life. Try and not be a wanker with people, and just try and be alright, and you know.
I found that, you remember when I had that dalliance with the Masons, and I tried joining them.
Yeah.
So I don't think, honestly, I think if they'd have invited me, I don't think I would have joined. But when I said I didn't believe in an higher power, and I believed in myself, and I believed in being fair to my fellow man, and encouraging that, they didn't want a bar of it. Why? Because you're outside of their control. If you say I believe in myself and my own self thing. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, at times we all even doubt ourselves. I'm not trying to make out I'm some superior thing, but they just didn't want a bar of it.
It's a Luciferian organisation, Ryan. At the bottom of the Mason is just knobheads who think they've done well for themselves and raise money for charity. As you get further high up, you learn more and more. And
I forgot who once said it. Once said that if the only reason we do things in life is for fear of reward, it's a bad state of mankind. It might have been Einstein, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah, but the only religion is to do good, really, and just that's it, really. Just love and all that. Love is the answer, as somebody once wrote. I'm going for a drink of iron brew. See you later.